Yo, I ain't here for the money, I ain't here for the fame. Though it might be nice to own a jet plane, I'ma do it all for you. Come along and see it's true, but the world is pretty cold. You might.
What's going on, YouTube? It's your boy Blue, and today's video is going to be a recap of the trades that I took for August the 17th and 18th, Tuesday and Wednesday. So, on Tuesday, I took two trades, one on NAOV, and as it was consolidating over the VWAP, I ended up getting 50 shares in this candle as it closed, because it closed high up, because it kept wicking and I didn't want to take it and it was going to roll over. So I waited for it to close up high near the highs and took it. And I took my first exit, which is in this big green candle, which was up at $4. So once it pushed up over the previous day close, or the previous day highs, that's what this line is, the previous day line highs, and it came back down below it, I took the rest of them off at $3.97, which ended up netting me a whopping $9. So that was the trade I took on NAOV. Then I traded yesterday's big runner, VRPX, and on that one, I ended up, I ended up seeing it coming in a few minutes late, so I seen it up here, so I took a small starter position waiting for either a pullback or consolidation to add to it. So when it started consolidating right here, I added two more times. So I ended up in like 40 shares, and I took some off because it started pulling down. I took off 10 shares, and I didn't want to end up holding too many shares if it rolled back over. But I ended up, as it broke through these highs right here, I took off 15 shares, and then as it kept moving up, I took off another 8 shares up in this candle at 966. My average was around 8, I think it was like 841 or something like that. And I took 8 more off at 946, and I let myself get stopped out of the rest of them once it broke below this, this area, this support area right here, and it closed, and then it had another red candle, so I took them off. Which, if you was following it, you know it ran even more. It caused, I didn't want to get trapped in this. It ended up doing a bear trap and squeezing all the shorts back out, and I missed all of this even though I was watching it. I just didn't take nothing. I kind of had a little FOMO going on as it got up in here and it broke over the 10 area, and it got up in here, but I held strong, didn't get in no other position. So that was the trades I ended up taking for Tuesday. And let's get into the trades I took for today. Oh, and I made $12 on that, so I ended up $21 21 smack us. So let me see. Today I took XAIR, and I got in as I saw it pushing up, and it pulled back to the VWAP and started holding. So I actually took 50 in this candle and then added to it. And I was kind of just sitting there because I took another trade, but it was going sideways and playing around with my entry, because my entry was at my average was 840. So it was just playing around right there for the longest. So I didn't want to, I got tired of holding it, and I just ended up getting out right here at 844, and look what happened right after it. Squeezes up, pushes up to 890, where I would have ended up taking some off before that, but probably around 875 or something like that, taking off half, and then let myself get stopped out the rest, and probably still would have been in it right now, but unfortunately, let myself get shaken out of it. So we gonna go ahead, go to the next one. That was mainly what, $3.73 if you see it over here. So I ended up taking another trade. This the other trade I was actually in at the time when it was going sideways and we had the big runner. So I caught it a little late off of this, but once it started consolidating over it and it had these two green candles and it pulled back and held, and I got in on the next candle, which normally I would have got in on this candle. I don't know why I jumped in earlier, but it should have been in on this candle right here, this green candle, because I would have been looking for it to make the new high. No, I think I was trying to get in on this candle as was breaking over it, and it must have dumped. I don't know. But anyways, I should have ended up in right here, probably around still the same average or something like that. But as it pushed up in this big green candle, I took off 40 shares, and then I stopped out the rest in this candle, and that was a good sale for me. I ended up making a whopping $35. So today I ended up $39, and I think that as far as managing my trades and stuff, I'm good on entries. It's just working on my exits and making sure I don't let myself get too nervous, too shaken up, or the emotions of trading. Even though I've been trading for 4 years, like I keep saying in my videos, but even though I've been trading for a while, you still have the different feelings. I done lost a lot more than what I done lost trading, but you just get tired of losing. So you at some point you just decide to maybe you just need to size down, re-go over everything, and try to work your way up. So now I'm at that rebuilding stage of my trading and going back through tracking. I do keep my journal as far as keeping track of my trades, and I write over on the sides of each one on the Excel. So anyways, those was the trades that I took for August the 18th and August the 17th. If you like these videos, like, share, subscribe, and leave a comment, and we'll get back at you Friday. Later.